is Cedric Austin, and I will be going over the Assignment 1 project, The Math Wizard. So the first part of the assignment is we have to have the enumeration difficulty, as you can see right here, easy, medium, and hard, which we'll use later. And for the next part, we have another class called the Math Session. For this class, we're going to import the Java security, have the public math session, and for the class variables, we have total questions asked and total correct answers, which we know they're class variables because they have the static modifier in them. And these are two more class variables, which I have added here just to make the code easier down the line. And for the instance variables, we have the secure random, the int score, the difficulty level, which we have the difficulty from the difficulty class we showed before, and we have the string student name. And for this, named it math session because we have to have the same name as the class here. And this we used as the constructor, which takes the parameters, the student name and the difficulty level. And to identify the variables in the constructor, we use this dot student name equals student name, this dot level equals level, and this dot score equals 0, just to initialize the score at this value for when we start a new session. That way the score starts at 0. And we initialize the random as new secure random. And for the method, we have the method generate questions, which we use to initialize the range based on the level. To do this, we use the switch, which acts like this level. If it equals easy, the range will start at 9. If it equals medium, it'll start at 49, and if it equals hard, it'll start at 999. And I use these values because generally random will generate a number from 0 to that number. So like I have a plus 1 equals random int range, and that way a will start at 1, and then if this thing hits 9, it'll just add that 1 and get 10. So that way we don't have a equals 0 at any point. It'll just range from 1 through 10 if the case is easy. And this is just the system out print this student name, this level, just prints that the session started and all that. And after that, it increments the total questions asked for the entire session, like this variable here. And then it returns a plus b. And for the next method, we have pretty much the same thing, but this time it has a argument in it, and this is the method override version that we use. And it basically does the same thing, except we don't use the switch case because we just use the override specific range to get the range. And for here, we just have the process answer method, which if the user enters an answer and it's the same as the correct answer, it'll print correct and increment the total correct answers for the class, and it'll increment this score for the instance. And then we just have the method that prints the global statistics, so it'll print the class variables, total questions asked, and total correct answers. And for the math wizard, we just have the math session to create a new instance for Alice and a new instance for Bob. And we have these variables, correct answers and user answers, which we can use to store the return values for generate questions and store the input for the user input. And then we just use like Alice process answer to compare the user input to the correct answer, and that'll increase the instance score for Alice. And we initialize a specific range to show the method override for the generate questions, and we do the same thing, and it'll And that way it'll increase the score for Alice separate from Bob, and both will increase the total questions asked. And then this just prints the statistics. And now we run the program to show that it works. And here we have it, Alice. What is 4 plus 3? We can enter a correct answer, in this case 7. And it went by, but we see, yeah, it prints correct. And for Bob, it says the custom challenge, what is 21 plus 27, which is 48, but we'll just put a wrong number in here just to show what it does. And yeah, it prints incorrect and prints the global statistics, total questions asked, 2 questions asked, total correct answers 1. So that's the project. Thank you.